Hey, it's Phil. In this GoHighLevel course tutorial, I'm going to show you step by step how to set up an online course using GoHighLevel. Now, this process has a few parts to it, so if you're new to GoHighLevel, this might confuse you. Luckily, I'm going to walk you through the entire process. By the end of this video, you will have a course ready to go. You'll also know how to enroll people into your course, and you'll also know how to sell it if you'd rather sell your online course. So make sure you stick around until the end. Now, just before we get started, if you haven't yet got GoHighLevel, I've also got an extended 30-day free trial. Plus, I also have a bonus course called the GoHighLevel Accelerator. If you want to get all of that, make sure you use the link in the description. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, I've opened a new GoHighLevel account for all of these brand new GoHighLevel tutorials that I'm creating. So if you like this one and want to learn more about GoHighLevel, make sure you check out the playlist in the description. But what we're going to do right now is come to memberships on the left, go to the top and come to products. And this is going to take us to our products tab. Now, currently there's nothing inside of this account. So what we're going to do is click on create product and we can start from scratch. Now, if you are coming from Kajabi, they have an importer option, which is phenomenal, but we'll start from scratch just to be on the same page. Now we're brought to this new tab that has 4 different options. And let me explain basically what they are, because they're all basically the same thing. It's just done pre-for-you work. So build your own basically means start from scratch. We also have here sprint course. This means like a 1-module course with lots of course lessons inside of it. A membership has 3 different modules with 3 different lessons inside of it. And then there's a marathon course, which has modules and it has secondary modules, and then it has multiple lessons as well. So depending on what you're trying to build, I'm going to actually just start from the beginning, not to confuse you, but to show you how everything works. And then you can come and choose one of these later on if you wish. So if you want to come and work with me, let's go ahead, click on build your own and click start building. I'm going to call this course just YouTube demo to keep it nice and simple, just so you understand. Okay, so go ahead, click create product. So here is our basic outline of our brand new course. And if I go ahead and click on preview to actually see what it looks like now, let me explain to you basically what we have so far. Okay, so this is what our course looks like so far. There's not really much inside of it. Just to break it down, this is the Kajabi looking template. Basically, they've modeled Kajabi. And inside here, so far we've got 1 module and then we have 1 lesson inside of the module too. Now, this isn't my favorite template. In fact, I'm going to show you the one I recommend that's just been released. So this is what it looks like so far. There's nothing inside of it as well. You do have breadcrumbs at the top, but instead, let me show you which layout I like the best. So come back to the initial tab, come to customize inside of here. And here are the different course layouts that we can build. Now, this one's a new one, so there's no customizations just yet. But this one here, which I can't actually say the name of, this is modeled off school. So it looks very similar to the school layout. So I'm going to choose this one, click on apply. We can go ahead and customize it in a bit, but if we go ahead and refresh our course right now, you can see the layout is quite a bit different. It's nice and simple. Inside here, you can put in your video. You can have a description down here as well, and you can have all your lessons and modules there. So this is the one I'm going to be creating it with. Okay, so that's cool. Now let's go back to the actual course itself and start building out some course layouts. So inside of here, we've got the product structure. If you click this little plus button, what this is going to do is create a category. Now, if you wanted to create specific lessons instead, you can come to this little plus inside of the category, and this is where you can create the different parts. Majority of the time, you're just going to be creating lessons. So if I wanted to create a new lesson, let's just call this lesson 1, okay, getting started. Or even if we just call it getting started, I think everyone can understand which order everything goes in. You can see it's now been added. Now you might see it's actually below this first part. So you can, if you wanted to reorder anything, you just click and hold and drag around. So it's really simple to do. And make sure before you actually go to test it, as it won't be there, on the right, you go ahead and choose published instead of draft. And now you can actually view this lesson inside of the course. So what we're going to do now is I'll just add a few different lessons inside of here to beef it up a bit. Okay, so I'll just call this lesson 2. All right, I'll just keep it nice and simple. Right, so we've got 4 lessons inside of here, and let's just say blank post goes at the bottom. So now if we make all of these published, just so we can see them, you can see what the layout's going to look like. Okay, so we'll come back to that second tab that was opened, click on refresh, and now you can see we've got 5 lessons in here. Perfect. Okay, so let's actually go through editing the course content itself, and I've made it extremely easy. So go ahead and click on one of the lessons. It's going to build up the lesson builder. And inside of here, we can either upload a video, we could upload an audio, and then we can add in all of the information down below. So what I'm going to do is click on upload video, and then I'm going to go ahead and drag in a little video, the smallest one I can find so we can keep things nice and short. So I'll add it here and click on upload file. Now, this is being hosted inside of GoHighLevel now, and they have some of the strongest video protection on the internet. So I wouldn't worry about your videos getting stolen, as it is hosted in a very secure server. All right, so this video has been added. You can see it's being processed. It doesn't take too long to process. As you can see, it's just been done. And just like that, we have got our video hosted. Really quick and easy. From here, we can change also the lesson title. If we have multiple modules, we can also choose the different module that we have. And down in the description is where we can add some pretty cool things. Generally, I just write some information about that particular lesson. So welcome to the course. Inside here, you're going to, and I'll just write a little bit of text. I won't make you wait. Okay, so I've just written a quick blurb inside of here. Just wrote a quick blurb. And as you can see, it's just welcome to the course. Inside you can learn about XYZ. And just to show you a little bit of formatting inside of here. So if you wanted to add in links, just highlight the text, put in a link. I'm just gonna just say, it's my website, right? Nothing too interesting, but you can open in the same tab, new tab. Always recommend new tab. So click on confirm. It makes it blue with a little underline. If you want to make it pop, you give it a bold, which is pretty cool. We also have custom fields inside of here as well. I haven't played around with this too much, but I imagine you can get quite personalized inside of here as well, depending on the actual student going through the course, as well as your different courses and different time dates, things like that. If you want, we've also got an embed option. If you want to use different types of embeds, we've got the image option. You can put in tables. So there's plenty to go through inside of this course builder. For the sake of this channel, we won't keep this too quick. For the sake of this video, I'll just click on save now, and let's go ahead and actually see what it looks like. So I'll go to the course once again, click on refresh, okay, and we'll choose getting started. And here it is, all good to go. It loads nice and quick. Here's the video, here's the lesson, and you can't go and right click and save the video or anything. It's nice and secure. So let's see what else we have. We've got markers complete below it. I'm in the admin panel right now, so I can't check it, but we've got next lesson, which will take you to the next lesson inside of the builder. And then down here, we've got instruction name. So what I'm going to do inside of here is show you how to edit the instructor's name part. So if I come back to our course, right, let's go back to product. Okay. Inside of the details tab up the top, now we can actually start adding some info about our course. And I generally like to start the layout of it first before I get into the nitty gritty. So we've got our title. Inside here, we can add a description. So getting started with YouTube or AI or whatever it might be. Down here, we've got also a product thumbnail. So I'll show you soon where this is going to appear. But basically, once one of your course students come inside of this program, inside of their dashboard, you're going to have this image. So what I'm going to do is choose select image, upload a file, and I'll just quickly upload one. All right, so I just quickly created one on ChatGPT. So we'll go ahead, click on upload, okay? And then this will now be added. So you can go ahead, click on save, just to not lose anything right away. So we've got our title, description, course thumbnail. If we come down to customization, this is where we can add in our instructor info. So I'm just going to put in here, Phil Wilson. Okay, we can have a headshot. So I'm just going to go ahead and upload a headshot real quick. All right, here's a nice little one. So I'll go and click on upload, and you can see that will be added. Right, instructor name. Sorry, heading is going to be your instructor. Okay, instructor name is Phil Wilson. Instructor title, I don't know, I could just call this funnel scene marketing guy. And then bio, if you want to add some info, I help people make grow their businesses online using marketing software and AI or something like that. Okay, and then there's a logo image if you want it, favicon image, but I generally just do that info. Now, if we go back to the course one more time, click on refresh. Now you'll be able to see that we've got basically that information that I put inside of here. Now, if you're someone that doesn't like this instructor box and you want it to disappear, I'm just going to quickly touch on this. I'm trying not to make this video too long, but you can just come back to your course once again, scroll down, you'll see advanced. And this is where you can add in things like tracking headers, footers. You can also add in custom JavaScript, custom CSS. I'm not going to play around too much, but if you are someone that wants to get rid of that instructor box, just type in this code here. You can pause the video right now, and type it in under custom CSS, but look what happens. Okay, I'll come back to the page, click on refresh, and now this will disappear. So it makes it look a little bit more like school, as it has more of just the box down here. It's not the instructor card on every single page. So that's basically how you do the course layout. That's how you do all of the bits and pieces. And now your big job is really just to map out your entire course, putting in the different modules, the different lessons. I do wish they had a duplicate button, but I don't believe they do. So you just have to spend a bit of time manually putting them in and then adding it out. Now, once we've created our entire course, now it's actually time to set up some automations. So if someone goes through it, they can actually see the course. So what we're going to do now to actually make this work is come to offers. Now, basically what an offer is a way for someone to get access. So we don't have any offers for any products yet. I'm going to go click new offer. This one, I'm just going to say it's a free course. So offer title is going to be YouTube demo, okay, and free. All right, so the product is already selected, YouTube demo. If you've got multiple products, choose the product that you're talking about. Product basically means course. Here you can choose the value of it, if it's free, if it's a membership recurring cost, or if it's one time. And you can also change the text on the checkout page. So I'm just going to call this the YouTube demo course. Okay, and if you are charging for it, you can also put on test mode to actually check out the process. But for now, we'll just leave it as that. Click on create. Okay, and now we have our first offer. Make sure you go ahead and click published, click save. Okay, and now we can actually start enrolling people in this program. So what I'm going to do is show you how to enroll people just using a simple form. And to do that, what I'm going to do is just quickly come to sites. Okay, and to save a little bit of time, what I've actually done is duplicated my YouTube demo funnel that I built in my GoHighLevel funnel tutorial. If you haven't watched that, make sure you watch the video. I'll link it down below. I've also got a free funnel template inside of there just to save a bit of time. But what you need to do is make sure, first of all, you have got your own form for this particular offer. So you can see I've just once again duplicated the demo, and this is the form inside of here. It just has basic name, email, and button. Okay, like so. So what we need to do is just come into the funnel and make sure we have the right form integrated. If we have the wrong form, it could trigger a different automation. GoHighLevel is so massive, so you're going to be quite particular when finding which one's actually linked. So in this particular funnel template that you can also get, go to pop-up settings, click on the form, and you can see it's linked to YouTube demo course. So that's good. I'm going to click on publish. Basically what this means, every time someone comes to this page, clicks on the button, fills out the form, we want them to automatically enroll into the course. And to do that, it's actually quite simple. We just need to come to automation on the left. It will take you to the workflows tab. And then we just need to click on create workflow and start from scratch. And what this is going to do is create a blank automation for this particular offer. So I'm just going to call this the YouTube free enrollment. Actually, I'm going to call it the YouTube course free enrollment. Okay. And then we're going to click add new trigger. And this particular time, we're going to look up form. Okay. So form submitted. And then we're going to click add filters, form is, and then we're going to choose the form that we've linked to the page like so. I always like to add in some info about it. So I put in YouTube demo course form. Okay, and click save trigger. And then what we want to do is now click on the plus and type in here offer. And then you can see here we have course grant offer. So click on that button. It's going to ask you which offer. Go and choose that one you've just created and click on save. And now once we turn on publish and click on save, now every time someone fills out that form, they're going to automatically get enrolled into the course. So let's go ahead and try it out. I'm going to click on preview here. Okay, and you don't have to add in any backend emails for it to actually get sent out. It's all automated right now. You can override it, but I'm not going to talk about it in this video. Right, so free course, I'm going to type in here, hello plus 12 at funnelscene.com. Actually, that's the wrong field. So your name is Phil. I'm going to go ahead, click get instant access. And just a few seconds, I should receive an email from my business actually giving me my login details. So we'll just wait a few seconds. All right, so that's just come through. It took about 10 seconds. And if you're wondering, this wasn't a video, it was just a placeholder. And if we come up, this is what the email looks like. Now it's quite lengthy, but it gives us all of the information we need to go ahead and log into the program. So dear Phil, here's your course that you created. To get started, basically click on this button here. So I'm going to go ahead, click on it. It's going to take us to our membership. Okay, set a password. So I'm just going to type in a password here. Okay, like so. Oops, passwords don't match. Okay, that's good. Click set password. And now this is going to be our membership platform. And like I said earlier with that thumbnail, you're actually going to see why we did it. And just like this, it's been added and here it is. YouTube demo looks pretty good. Click on the button, okay? And then you can see this is the actual course. Works nice and easily. You've got your link, right? So everything is running smoothly. Now let's just say you actually wanted to sell your course. This adds a few more steps, but not necessarily too many. Let's go back to our automations, okay? And I'll go back to workflows. The only real difference that we have to go inside of here is first I'll actually come back to the membership platform itself. So memberships, okay, courses, I'll come down to products, and now we will go back to our course. Okay, so here's our product. So go ahead, click on it. Okay, come back to offers, all right? And this time we're gonna create a new one. So create offer, offer title, this one's gonna be YouTube demo 197. So I actually know what the value is. Now for a price override, this is what's going to be shown on the checkout form. I'm just gonna call this the YouTube demo course, okay? But this time, instead of it being free, it's gonna be a one-time price. And you can see it's in SGD, and that's because my business is currently in Singapore. And that's kind of annoying for a lot of people as they want to use US. I don't know if there's a workaround for it right now, but let me just show you a little trick to actually get around it. So inside your settings tab, whatever your country is actually listed under the country tab is the currency it will charge. So if you just quickly go in here, change it to the currency you want to charge in. So for this example, USD, click on update. If we actually come back, and I'm probably going to have to create a new offer, but that's okay. So I'll let this load. So inside here, I'm going to call this the YouTube demo 197 once again. Choose the product, right? Price override is the YouTube demo course. Okay, and once again, I'm going to choose one-time price and it's in USD now. So I'm going to put in 197. Now it's default on test mode. If you want it to be live, make sure you switch it or else you're not going to get any money. So I'll leave it on test for the sake of this tutorial. Okay, so click on create, right? And now we have our brand new offer. As you can see, once again, make sure it's published and then click save. So now this is all saved, it's actually time to connect this particular offer with our funnel. So let's go back to sites this time. And I'm just going to close this real quick. Choose our YouTube demo course funnel that we've created. And what we want to do is, what I'm going to do first of all is I want to test it, is come to settings. And down under here, payment mode, I'm just going to flick this to test, as I want to test out the entire flow before I actually pay for it. Obviously, you don't want to buy your own product if you don't have to. So now that this has been saved, let's now come to checkout page, okay, where the checkout is hosted. Under the products tab here at the right, what we want to do is click on it and choose add product. Now, if we choose products, you can see I've actually had a practice with it before, but YouTube demo 197, that's the one we created. The price is also here, which we just created. We've got the product name, which is here, and you can also create a price override if you want. This could be like one-time price, whatever it might be. I'm just going to leave it as default. There's also some additional options for upsells and bumps and things like that, but I'm just going to click save, okay? And now this thing should be pretty ready to rock and roll. So come to overview, okay? Come to your checkout page, click on the button to bring up that page. And if you let it load, you'll see we've got your company name, full name, email address, you've got your course, you've got the price, you've got the item description, you can see it's in test mode, and then we've got our info here. So let's go ahead and actually test this out. So I'm going to call this Phil, Phil Wilson, hello, we'll just call this 145@funnelscene.com, okay? And we'll keep scrolling down. Card number, if you're on test mode, I just do 4242. Expiry, just put in anything that's past today's date, like let's just say 45. Security code 123, and click on complete order. Now, if everything works well, in just a few seconds, I should hear a ding in my email. And what's going to happen is it's going to redirect me to my confirmation page, which it has. You can see it's all filled out nicely, right? And if I go to my email now real quick, so this has just come through, and as you can see, we have the receipt basically for this. If we click on the I, it's got some info about it. So I'll just take this back to the size of the page. Now, as you can see, as it is a test mode, I haven't changed back to my own country, so I better do that before I continue. It'll stay in US though, which is pretty fun, but it's got all of that info inside of it. So what we need to do now that we've actually got the receipt and the order's gone through, we need to give access to the program as well. So to do that, we need to come back to automations. And as you can see, there is quite a few steps to this process, but once you've done it once, it becomes extremely easy. So I'm going to create workflow once again, start from scratch, right? And this time I'm going to type in here, YouTube course demo paid, right? So add trigger, same thing again. This particular one, this time is going to be offer. Okay. So order. This time it's order. So order form submission. Okay. Add filter, select in funnel website. So you choose your funnel that you did it in, right? Page is, you can choose the checkout page. And then you can also have product is, I'm going to choose the YouTube demo 197. Click save trigger. If you want to rename it, you can. So this could be the your YouTube demo course purchase, right? Like so. And then to give them access to the program, same thing again, click on the little plus. This time we're looking up offer, grant, course grant offer. And this time you want to choose the 197 option and click save access. Turn it on and boom, now they will automatically get enrolled every time they fill out this form. So it's a bit of a process and it is a few additional steps to basic programs out there, but there are some really big advantages to this inside of HighLevel. So now you know how to actually create the process. Everything's done. If you followed the steps, you could do the lead gen offer. You could also do the paid version. So what I want to do now is show you something pretty cool, which is how you can add people manually to your courses and also how you can remove them as well. And to do that, we come to contacts, and what you want to do is choose one of your contacts that you either want to grant access to or remove it. So for this example, let's go to this particular one here, Hello Plus 14. Let's just say I have a program and I'm offering a free course or something if they join. You simply just come down to the course offer, go and choose a particular offer. For this example, I would choose the YouTube demo free. Click on that and you'll see just within a few seconds, they get sent an email, which is giving them all the information about the particular program that they've just enrolled in. Now, the same thing goes the other way. So what I'll do is, as we've already got this one open, I'm going to go ahead and actually remove access and show you what's happened. So we'll come back and this particular account is 12, I believe. I'll just have a quick look. Okay, YouTube, Hello Plus 12. You can just hear that email came through. So I'll come back here, come to Hello Plus 12, right? And then scroll down and see we have in here course offers. If I go and remove that person, remove that course offer from that account, if I go and refresh the account now, they will lose access to that particular program. So that's how you can add people manually, also how you can remove people. And you might be wondering, how do we see statistics about courses as well? So let me show you where that is. And this is why I always create a free version if I am going to give it away for free, as well as a paid version. Inside of memberships, we also have this dashboard here, which says course dashboards, okay? And then this is going to basically show you what your statistics are, how many people you've had and things like that. But if you have all of your offers as paid ones and you give people free access, it's going to play with your sales for that month a little bit differently. So that's where it is. And the final thing that you want to have a look at is probably your client portal. So if you go to your client portal on the dashboard, this is where you can create your own domain for actually getting people into your courses, right? You can create the magic link here, invite people, send email logins. But if you want to brand it, you want to make it your own, come to settings inside of here. And there's just a few things you can do, like your colors and what your message is, your imagery, things like that. But all of it is inside of here. Just have a little play with it. You can also add in CSS and JavaScript and tracking. But that's basically it. We've gone through a lot in this tutorial. But if you've followed through, hopefully you now know how to create courses inside of GoHighLevel step by step. You know how to have either free offers, paid offers. You know how to use the automation as well. Honestly, it's a pretty in-depth GoHighLevel tutorial for courses, but if you followed along, you should be much further ahead than where you were at the beginning. If you enjoyed this video, smash the thumbs up button. Don't forget to check out all the resources mentioned in the description, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.